Alright folks, we are back here. Thank you for that. A little break I needed to take, just a quick break here and get something to drink and a little ice water. It's getting a little warm in here from all the heat from the computer putting the heat off. But thank you for bearing with me there for a minute, and we are back. Nothing's really changed. Darren Kewen still chasing down our leader quite a ways back behind him. Our leader, Wheel Damage, doing a superb job out front, out there by a long ways ahead of Darren Kewen, and Robbie Morrison in third. Looks like Crusher may be on pit road. Yes. What the heck? He went down the back side of pit road or something there. Not exactly sure what happened to him, but he's on the back side of the wall. Wonder if we could go back and find what happened to him. It looks like he's coming down the back side of the wall for some.
Robbie Morrison is in the pits.
So, alright, well, he's still sitting there. Robbie Morrison coming down pit road now. We will follow him down here. It comes to his pit stall. Should be his last pit stop of the day. Yeah.
Just an update here. Robbie Morrison is... just a second. Robbie Morrison has some family things to do for Father's Day, so now he's done for the race.
Alright, very good, thank you. Alright, Robbie Morrison out of the race now. That's going to change things up even more. That's going to move Jeffrey Belk up into the third spot. And Dog up to fourth, and it looks like we've got Crusher maybe off of the race, out of the race as well. So we're down to about four cars left in the race right now. Jeffrey Belk in the fourth spot, and Dog in fifth right now until they get caught up and pass up Robbie Morrison, as he had to leave. So riding along here with Dog in the cockpit, leisurely taking these turns. Getting about my dinner time. And we got about an hour to go here to finish this thing up. Coming down to close to an hour. Now let's get up here with Darren Kewen. Let's ride along with our leader, Wheel Damage, and watch him turn a lap from within the cockpit. This is a good experience to see what it's like to ride along with the leader as he turns an absolutely great lap. Well, I hope you all are enjoying the show. Been pretty interesting to watch the different classes here that they do run, and you get to experience what it's like here. If you think you want to run in something like this, you can head to the website listed right there, dogsofracing.com. They do run different classes each week. Sometimes they may mix it up a little differently, but most of the time each week they do throw in a new car. And this week I believe it is the Kia is the new car that it was thrown in. And next week there will be another new car thrown in. One will be taken out and one will be put in. And eventually they run just about every car in iRacing, so pretty cool. You might see the modifieds out here. You know, you just never know what you're going to see here at Dogs of Endurance. All right, Darren's still trying to chase down our leader, but still staying in second place. Robbie Morrison gone from the race. So here in a couple laps, Jeffrey Belk will pass him and move into the third position. Top of his class today in the Kia, Jeffrey Belk. Dog back here in fifth right now. When he passes Robbie, he will go into fourth. Second in his class. So the only four drivers that are left out in the race today, them four right there. Got a few guys that have taken it behind the wall and called it quits for the day. Oh, there is Crusher is back out. Okay. I'm sorry, my bad. Crusher is back out on the track. Sometimes these guys do take a short break in between, like I did. 2.5 hours, a long time to be sitting in your chair like that and driving. I don't know how the drivers do it in real life when they drive these endurance races, but they usually, when they get fatigued, they have a fill-in. Well, these guys don't have fill-ins. Tonight they run the 90-minute race tonight. Yesterday they had the 5-hour race. So I mean that's a lot of racing in 3 days that these guys do. A lot of laps that are turned. They run the same cars, the same tracks, but the guys can choose different cars. You know, of the 5 that have been chosen. You might want to maybe run the Mazda today, and maybe tonight you might want to run the BMW, you know, or the F1 or something. So, but they get the same 5 choices to choose from and can run at any one. So Crusher out here gonna definitely win his class today in the Mazda. So he will be a winner in the Mazda class. So great job by him. Them guys still have not passed up Robbie for that position. So still showing Robbie in third. Oh no, I take that back. Jeffrey Belk just moved past him, I believe. Yeah, Dog in. No, they haven't moved past him yet, but they will here shortly. Robbie's still, he's moved back, or well, he's still in third, excuse me. Darren Kewen in second, now quite a ways back of the leader. And back up to our leader, Wheel Damage, showing the way here. Doing a superb job of it, I'll tell you that. He's got the old crystal headlight thing going on there. Wheel Damage from Twitch. You can follow him on Twitch, just twitch.tv/Wheel Damage. Also on YouTube too, from what I understand, the same thing, Wheel Damage on YouTube, just look him up. He's probably streaming right now, probably has a lot of followers, probably more followers on there watching him right now than they are watching me. But that's fine, that's what it's all about, you know. You gotta follow your favorite driver, and that's how you get a fan club going on like that. So, but great job by Wheel Damage out here out front all day long. "59 minutes left in this race, folks." Darren Kewen still trying to chase down our leader. Not going to be able to do it today. Probably be just thankful he's got a second place. Robbie Morrison out of the race. Jeffrey Belk in fourth. Jeffrey has drove a great race today, I got to admit. Been pretty good. Him and Dog battled it out earlier there for quite a bit. And it looked like a lot of fun them two were having. Dog back here in fifth. I wanted to ride along with Crusher. Well, I'll tell you what, here we will in a minute, but Dog's going to have the leader coming up on his tail here pretty quick. So let's see how they maneuver around this. You'll see the respect given out here on the track. And like I said earlier, this league is all about safety. Making sure that you don't get off-track incidents or even on track, you know, with another car or something. So you'll probably see a lot of respect right here between these two drivers. Is the leader coming up on Dog really, really fast here. Dog kind of goes way over to the left side of the track, giving him plenty of room because he knows the leader's way faster than he is. So there you have it, a lot of respect right there, folks. And that's what it's all about, you know. You got to give a little and take a little, but sometimes giving way to the leaders like that, hey, someday it might be you up there in the lead, you know, and you want that guy to respect you and give you the room to get by. And I want to go back here. I want to ride along with Crusher. He is really doing a great... Whoa, and he hits the wall. Whoopsie. Well, let's go back and see what happened to Crusher here. Looks like he got really loose coming off of that turn. Comes around here and loose again and tries to stop it, but he did clip the corner of that. So I'm not sure if he's got any damage. Let's take a look at it and see. Very little. I don't think it's enough to really affect anything on the car. And he loses it again. He is really struggling with that car right now. But anyhow, let's see. Let's go back here and we'll ride along with him again. In the MX-5, top of his class. He only went out there driving the MX-5 today. Crusher doing a good job, running 6th overall. I don't know if he'll get up there enough to pass up Robbie Morrison, but he might. He might. As Jeffrey Belk and Dog have passed him now. So that'll put Jeffrey Belk in 3rd and Dog in 4th. Now if Crusher can get up there and pass up Robbie Morrison, that would put him in 5th overall. And he is coming down pit road. Crusher on pit road. Let's watch and see what he does here as he comes down pit road. He may be parking it for the day. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what he's going to do.
Crusher is in the pits now.
Yeah, I'm on him. Alright, this could be his last pit stop of the day, or I don't know, he's probably checking to see how much damage he's got there after just barely hitting that wall. He might want to get that fixed up. And it could be causing him a little bit of steering issues out there on the track as well. So waiting to top that tank off, just pack it full of gas. Make sure you got every drop in that you can get in it. It does make a difference on the handling of these cars too, you know, having a full tank of gas, like I said earlier. And that's probably what he wants to do, is make sure that he's got a good tank of, full tank of fuel in that thing. Take forever to fill these things full of fuel. Well, anyhow, we may he may be a little while. He may be sitting there, maybe doing something else. So, all right. So, Dog out here in 4th overall and 2nd in his class. Jeffrey Belk quite a ways ahead of him now in 3rd overall, top of his class in the Kia. And up here, Darren Kewen, 2nd overall and 2nd in his class to wheel damage. Wheel damage out there just really dominating today. All right, coming down to 50 minutes here pretty quick. About another minute. We'll have 50 minutes to go in this race. Hopefully you guys stay with me and watch us to the end. It's going to be good.
Hey, Rudy.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Belk is about to go into the pits this lap, and I just crossed the start-finish line. I'm going to be coming into the pits myself this coming lap.
Roger that. Alright, we're on Jeffrey Belk here, waiting to see if he is going to come down pit road. And he is on pit road. Oh, a little fast coming in pit road there. He does get it slowed down in time, though. Whew, that was pretty close. We'll watch back here for Dog to come around. I believe he's going to be coming in here pretty quick. Well, let's keep an eye out for him. Yeah, here he comes down pit road now. So we're right on him as he's starting down pit road. And Jeffrey Belk still sitting on pit road, maybe trying to get a little damage fixed up. Crusher's still sitting on pit road, so only two drivers left out on the track are the leader and Darren Kewen. Alright, 4-tire change for Dog. 47 minutes left in this race. Jeffrey Belk is away. Dog still sitting on pit road here. We'll stay with him until he comes off pit road. As our leader comes by to put them another lap down. Dog and Crusher still on pit road. Alright, Jeffrey Belk is back out here. And we're going to get up here to Darren Kewen, as he is still trying to chase down our leader, but no luck with it so far. Wheel damage out there just way too fast for him. Back here running in second, so great job by Darren today. Just been amazing to watch him run. He's run so well in that BMW. And the one that has been totally flawless is wheel damage. Just seems like he cannot make a mistake today. And that's a good thing. You know, we don't want to see a lot of mistakes, and Guys maybe pushing their luck with it a little bit too hard. You know, incidents that count on the track like that can be very devastating, and does affect how these points go up for these guys. So that's the thing that they're always thinking about in the back of their mind. Points, you know. These are points races. Alright, Belk in third. Let's see Dog back out on the track now. And Robbie Morrison not. And it looks like Crusher's still sitting on pit road. Alright, back up to wheel damage here. 40, a little less than 45 minutes of race left. And again, wheel damage has led all the laps, and it's been really, really fun to watch him just run the wheels off of that BMW today. Coming up on a little more lap traffic here. I believe that is Dog that he is catching. No, actually, I think that might be Jeffrey Belk. And he does pass him going into the turn. Yeah, that is Jeffrey Belk right behind him. All right, let's ride along here with Dog for a minute and watch him turn some laps.
Hey, Rudy. With just under 45 minutes left in the race here, how's things looking from the booth?
Things are looking great up here. Been a pretty good race. A lot of events going on around the track. So we're trying to stay focused on, but we're riding along with you right now, Dog, watching you turn some good laps.
Well, geez, then I guess if you want to stick with me for another lap here, I'll finish this one off, and then at the start-finish line, I'll give a quick rundown with how I'm doing this.
That would be great.
Especially since with the Kia, not very many people run the Kia, and there's actually a lot of people that don't realize that it's actually a little front-wheel drive 4-cylinder turbocharged car. So it handles very differently from many other vehicles on the service. The only other front-wheel drive on iRacing service is the Volkswagen Jetta, but with that being a little diesel and it's very low-powered, it doesn't handle same as this Kia. This one actually has quite a lot of power, and most of the time there's a lot of wheel spin that you have to deal with. Just coming around the last corner here, so okay, here, keep her tight. For here, coming across the start-finish line, basically have it pinned, and then there, if you notice, there's a little bit of a white line marking a braking line. I find about a car length behind. Full brakes, and to anybody watching from outside, you can actually get all 4 rotors on this car glowing. First gear around that corner, jump into second, over into third as you come into this corner, have it foot to the floor and it's all understeer, shift into fourth. Then you just sort of coast with a little bit of light brake application to keep yourself steady through these S's. Down to third gear. Keep on going around. This one's a bit tricky. It wants to push out. Then down to second for here. Sharp left, foot to the floor. It's all understeer and wheel spin. Let off. Back into second. Around here, and then from here all on in. It's right to the floor, all the way up to the braking point here. Come around this corner, still getting wheel spin at 170 kilometers per hour. First braking point here, foot to the floor on the brake. Brakes are glowing again. First gear, a little bit of foot to the floor to get a bit of understeer so that you don't cut that too much. Then the straight, you can keep on going nice. Not too sure how fast in miles per hour this is, but I do know that I'm hitting over 200 at this point, and I think I get close to about 230 before I hit the braking point here. Yeah, 228, hit the brakes, full down to the floor, down to first again, do a quick sharp left. This car, if you let off on the throttle, it'll turn in really quick. If you put a little bit more throttle, it'll actually push out, so you can modulate how you're turning very well with that. Most of this is second gear. I can get into third a little bit, but you just have to shift back down anyways. This is a first gear corner here, really sharp, or else you'll go push out. And back up to second. Most of the rest of the way through here is third gear. I use a bit of extra throttle so that it pushes out. About 90 degrees to the right turn all the way through, up into fourth. Quick brake. Back down to second for the turn. Back up to third. Just at the little white line here, back down to second. Cranker again. And then off we go, and that's one lap.
All right, very cool. Yeah, we've seen you get up to about 141 mile an hour down that one stretch when you were wondering about the kilometers per hour. So yeah, that's pretty good. You hit about 131 right there.
Yeah, considering it's just a little tiny 4-cylinder turbocharge in here, it's not a slouch for speed. But definitely it's the handling that's very different compared to most of the other vehicles. With this one being front-wheel drive, the more throttle you give it, the more understeer it gets, whereas most cars, the more throttle you give it, the more oversteer you get. So it's definitely a different experience. A very, very stable car, though, and very easy to control, very easy to handle. You just have to keep in mind that it will understeer more so than other vehicles, so you got to take a few corners a bit slower, but you can get on the throttle a lot sooner without having to worry about getting out of shape.
Very good, very good. Well, thank you for that ride along and all the info there, Doug. And got about 37 and a half minutes left in this race. Obviously, I don't think you're going to win it, but you are running second in your class. Overall, you're running fourth, and been a pretty good race.
Yeah, most definitely. Just letting you know, Darren Kuhn is just heading into the pits right now. And I also wanted to mention one more thing with the Kia so that the viewers can know that. It runs right now with the Cadillac in the iRacing Global Challenge, but lots of people have said that it runs really horrible with the fixed setup there. I had a look at the setup they have, and it looks like they have a very huge rear brake bias, and they seem to have gotten the toe for the front and rear mixed up, where they have positive front toe and negative rear toe, which makes it very unmanageable. If you do decide to run the Kia in anything else but that, because it's a fixed series, make sure to flip the toe around from the iRacing basic setup so that it has a decent amount of negative toe on the front and positive toe on the back, and it'll change the car characteristics 100% and make it a lot better to drive.
Very cool.
I'll let you get back to what you do best, and I'm going to go back to driving.
All right, Darren off pit road now, and trying to get back. Ira is running second overall. Did his pit stop, last one of the day, I am sure. 36 minutes left in the race, and he's quite a ways back of our leader now. So let's get back up to our leader and see maybe if he may do another pit stop here before the end of this. All right, Will Damage still showing the way here, doing a great job. Add about probably 25 laps to that, so he probably ran about 80 laps or so. And as I had to reset everything, so it does lose a lot. But Will Damage in the lead. Darren Kewen in second. Jeffrey Belk in third, top of his class today in the Kia. And Dog back here in fourth, also in the Kia, second in his class. And it looks like everybody else has pretty much done for the day. I believe Crusher's still sitting on pit road. Yes, he is. Not sure what was going on with him, but has just been sitting on pit road for quite some time now, so he might be taking a break. Not sure. All right, we rode along with Dog for a while. Let's ride along here with Jeffrey Belk. Watch him turn a couple of laps. Pretty interesting to see the different driving styles by some of these drivers. Jeffrey Belk really doing well here. All right, let's go up and ride along with Darren Kewen for a little bit.
Wheel damage is in the pits. Never mind, I guess I missed that. He's already back out.
Right along with wheel damage for a little bit here. He just comes out of the pits and see what kind of lap he turns. .30 left in the race with wheel damage in the lead. Been in the lead all day long since the green flag flew. Good steady turning of the wheel here is a secret to getting around this track. Kind of a tricky little track to, well, not little, it's a big track actually, but kind of tricky to get around here. And Will Damage definitely doing a great job of it. .28.5 minutes to go. About 28 minutes. We should be getting the white flag. Let's go back through the field one more time. Darren Kuhn in second. Trying to reel in the leader, but not a chance of it. He's going to probably finish in the second spot. The leader not far behind Darren, actually. You'll see the leader coming up about where Darren just went. So the leader really not all that far behind Darren. In third, Jeffrey Belk in top of his class in the Kia. Doing a superb job out here. Great to see Jeffrey running this good out here. Dog in fourth, second in his class, fourth overall. Great job by him. And I believe that's the last of the drivers that are out there on the track. Crusher is still on pit road, as a lot of the other guys have left. So been a pretty interesting race to watch. Just not much to talk about with these last few drivers out here. So probably having a lot of dead spots right now, not filling the air like I usually do. But it's been pretty fun to sit here and watch these guys because they are good drivers. And again, that's what I was telling you. These drivers, it's all about safety out here. Whether it's passing somebody or whether it's, just making sure you don't get an off track. So, very important to these guys. Not far behind Darren is our leader, Wheel Damage. See Darren just coming up the front stretch, and Wheel Damage is going to be heading toward the front stretch right now, so he is really not that far behind Wheel Damage, or behind second place Darren. Jeffrey Belk in third, top of his class in the Kia. And Dog out here in fourth, second in his class. So 4 drivers finish this race up. So stick with me here, folks, because we are going to interview all the drivers that are left to try to get a word in with them and find out what they think of the race, the classes, and tell us how their race went when we get down to the end of this. So, but we are getting closer. 22 minutes left, a little over 22 minutes left in the race. Darren Kewen up here in second spot, second in his class, second overall. He has been driving the wheels off of that thing today out here on Circuit of the Americas. Just a few more laps to go to finish this thing off today. But thank you for hanging with me. I really appreciate it here on Twitch. Make sure you do head over to my website, MaxSpeedTV.com. Check it out. You can check out our schedule. We are broadcasting 7 nights a week now. And also here on Sunday afternoons with Dog. Here the Dogs of Endurance Racing. So 7 nights a week we're broadcasting now. Brand new schedule just put up yesterday. Thanks to Ed Hewitt there. He makes up my schedules for me. For us, I should say. Him and I are the ones that started MaxSpeedTV. And a lot of the credit for the graphics and things go to him. So thank you, Ed. Appreciate that very, very much. A lot of hard work put into this stuff. And we do enjoy it. And I want to thank all of you viewers for watching, following us along, and hope you enjoy the broadcast. We do broadcast in 1080p. I know Twitch doesn't take that, but when we broadcast up to YouTube, that is what we broadcast at. Back up to our leader, wheel damage. Still trying to reel in Darren Kewen there to put him another lap down, but he really hasn't been that successful. I think he's just kind of driving smooth right now. He knows he's only got 20 minutes left in this race. No sense in blowing it now. And he has really ran a clean race, and boy, I don't see any damage on that car at all. I mean, I don't know, there might be some, but I don't really see any. See none on the left side of the car. Swing around over here, none on the right. So no damage to the BMW there, the Twitch BMW wheel damage. So he's going to get a big old congratulations if he wins this thing, which I'm sure he probably will. Out there a long ways ahead of second place Darren Kewen. You guys aren't keeping me much company there in Twitch. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody talking to me. Cheesemaker, you still there? Like to have my Twitch viewers talk to me if they can. Make sure you hit that follow button if it's the first time that you're here. Down below the viewing screen, you can scroll down. You can go to MaxSpeedTV.com. You can go to our YouTube channel or Facebook page. We put all the videos on Facebook page, and they are on the website as well. Or go to YouTube at youtube.com/MaxSpeedTV1. Just listening, okay. 13, a little more than 13 minutes left in this race. Jeffrey Belk still running in third. In the Kia, going to be at the top of his class today. Dog in fourth there, second in his class. But great racing by these guys, man. They have shown that the endurance racing, man, I'll tell you, it might take a lot out of you, but these guys love racing that much that I'll tell you what, 2 hours and 35 minutes is a long race. Don't let them kid you. Coming up on Dog. Dog just a little bit ahead of Jeffrey Belk now. Dog 9 laps down. Jeffrey Belk 8 laps down. So them two definitely on a different sequence. Here's Darren Kewen in second. Still been trying to chase down the leader, wheel damage, but Darren is, I believe, 2 laps down. It doesn't tell that, but I believe he is 2 laps down. Yeah, there's a little glitch with, I don't know what it was, whether it's with iRacing or what, but it would not pick up his times and stuff. So I don't know. Kind of weird. But wheel damage in the lead. Now really starting to reel in Darren Kewen. Wheel damage just out there flawless all day long. A little more than 12 minutes left in this race, folks. Coming down to the end of it, and it's getting exciting now. This is always the most exciting part. Down the front stretch and into turn 1 here. And this is where a couple of the drivers were having trouble there. If you remember earlier, Robbie Morrison overshot turn 1 quite a few times. And then I think he finally got the grip on it, and but then he wound up quitting the race. Had family things to tend to. So very fast. He's actually not that far off of his fastest lap, but he has come down quite a little bit there. Knocked it down about 2 seconds on his fastest lap. Probably isn't too awful bad. Playing it a little bit safe right now with 10 minutes to go. Not pushing his luck, doesn't want to spin it or anything in the corners. Yeah, thank you there, Dwayne, and happy Father's Day to you if you're a father. Appreciate that very, very much. Yeah, I heard from one of my sons for Father's Day, but I haven't heard from the other one yet. So, I don't know, he may be busy, or I know he works night shift, but he may be sleeping. Not sure. He might maybe try to give me a call later on this afternoon. But my other son, he called last night and wished me a happy Father's Day because he had to work today. So, worked 12 hours today, and we all know how that goes. Work can get to you, yeah. Oh, you're very welcome, Dwayne. I'm glad you're here with me, keeping me company, buddy. Been a long race here with no company. Cheesemaker keeping me company there for a while, and I don't know if he fell asleep or what. But this has been pretty interesting show here today. I gotta say, it's I love this track. I have yet to drive on it, and I think, according to what Dog was saying, I think I might. Yeah, I know them 12-hour shifts, man. Oh man. Well, he's a cook at a restaurant, the head cook. He's like part-time manager, part-time cook, and man, I'll tell you, he told me, he said that they won't even give him the full-time manager job because they don't want to lose him as a cook, because they're going to be swamped today. Father's Day, a lot of people go out to eat. And yeah, I know, no F1s. They were in the class, but nobody chose them to run there, Dwayne. I chose the F1 to join the race, but of course I'm not in the race. But yeah, no F1s. Kind of disappointing. Really thought there'd be F1s in here. Okay, cheesemaker. Thanks. All right, well, we're going to go back around the track here because we're down to 7.5 minutes to go. Darren Kewen in second. And he has been running the wheels off of it too. Oh, okay. Very good, Dwayne. Very good. That's cool. Yeah, hour and a half, 90-minute races. Man, I'll tell you what, that's anything. It's like an oval race, but, this is much more demanding here because you're turning right and left and not just left all the time. So this is much more demanding on your body. And, boy, and I'll tell you what, 90-minute races, that's like driving probably about a 3-hour oval race. Our leader still coming up behind Darren here to put him another lap down. Jeffrey Belk in third, top of his class in the Kia, doing a super job out here. And Dog still running here at fourth, second in his class, fourth overall. Doing really good. And he's got a pretty clean car on that. I don't even think that he's got any damage on it. Jeffrey Belk does have a little damage on his car today. Got a little nose damage on it. I don't know if he tagged something or someone, but does have just a touch of damage on that car. Ooh, way off the track there. Thing of it is none of these guys are racing each other right now because they're all on different laps and everything, but our leader's coming up behind Darren Kewen by quite a little bit. Darren probably wants to try to stay ahead of him. Tell you what we'll do is let's pop up the iRacing thing here and show where everybody is, because it's picking up Darren. Now Darren is still on the lead lap, but our leader is right behind him, not far behind him. So Darren trying to stay on the lead lap at all cost, I believe. And those two are running in the same class right there. Wheel damage and Darren Kewen. Robbie Morrison is out in that class. Nobody run the late model. The Kia, Jeffrey Belk, top of his class. 8 laps down to the leader. And second in that class is Dog, running 9 laps down to the leader. And Crusher definitely off of the track. He is... oh, no, there he is. He is back out on the track. I am sorry. Sorry, Crusher. It looks like he may be having some issues here or something, but he is running. Only one in his class in the MX5, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you're right, Dwayne. You're very, very right. Yes. tense in a different way. I agree 100%. Well put. I guess I really never looked at it that way. That's great. Great way to put it. So, all right. Well, there you have the rundown of where everybody's at. But let's get back up to our leader, wheel damage, and see if he's going to close in on Dwayne. Got 3 minutes, or Darren, excuse me. He is closing in on him, but I don't know if he's going to get to him to put him a lap down. 3 minutes left in this race. He's been closing a little, maybe a tenth or two in a lap, but not a whole lot. But boy, it seems like he's really closed up a lot just as of the last couple of laps. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I am getting hungry. I'm ready to go eat some dinner. But we will get to, I know. Well, I was talking to you in here, Dwayne, and Darren on air, so that's where I got it confused, and I apologize for that. But keeping an eye on these two here to try to see if our leader, Wheel Damage, is going to put Darren another lap down. But 2 minutes left in this race, and probably going to be getting the white flag in about another lap. So we will look for that white flag. I know Wheel Damage is just, he is driving it really hard now, but he doesn't have to. I know he's backed off a lot looking at his lap times. He has picked it back up about a second. So, he's turning up the heat, wants to put Darren another lap down, or put him a lap down. Oh, and Darren gets really loose off the turn right there. Wheel Damage off the track too, so boy, them guys are racing like they're on the same lap. This is getting exciting now, folks. Seeing which one can make the mistake here. Our leader should be getting the white flag here in just a minute, folks. And this could be the last lap. 25 seconds to go. On the edge of my seat, waiting for, he smells blood. You're right. Look at this. White flag is out now, folks. I believe they're going to come to the checkered flag this time. So, as hard as Wheel Damage drove to try to put Darren a lap down, Darren managed to stay ahead of him. I don't know how. He is really driving the wheels off of that thing. I know they're probably talking in TeamSpeak about it, that, oh, come on, let me get this. But Wheel Damage going to probably come to the checkered flag. He does. Whoops, wrong one. And our winner, Wheel Damage, brings it home here at Circuit of the Americas. Great job by him. Congratulations, Wheel Damage. Almost putting Darren a lap down. That was awesome. Awesome finish, guys. Awesome finish. Yes. Love to see a finish like that. All right, well, we're gonna give a rundown real quick here, and we'll get up in team speak and talk to these guys. Wheel Damage coming in first, top of his class in the BMW. Darren Kewen in second, second in his class, but he finished almost a lap down from Wheel Damage. In third, Jeffrey Belk finished top of his class in the BMW. Fourth was Dog, second in his class, fourth overall in the BMW. Crusher coming in fifth in the MX-5 Mazda. Great run for him, finishing 30 laps down, but he finished the race, and great run for him. Robbie Morrison finishing sixth. That he would be third in his class in the BMW, but he had family issues to take care of. So, and Dario Bussi, I believe is how you say that, comes in the last place there, seventh. And let's see, I think he was driving the. The heck was he driving? I think he was in the Kia. Yeah, because he was leading the Kia class there for the longest time. And for whatever reason, I don't know if he disconnected or had connection issues, but anyhow, he comes in seventh. So great race by these guys. A big congratulations to Wheel Damage, and we're going to get up here and try to get a word in with him. Yes, congrats to all the drivers. I agree. Very, very well put there, Dwayne. Glad you hung out with me, you and Cheesemaker. Let's get up here and let me see if I can get a word in with these guys. All right, guys. Great race out there. Wheel Damage. You got a copy because we want to talk to you, man. That was a well-deserved win today.
Hi there, Rudy.
How did it feel out there, Mark? Was it? I mean, you drove the wheels off that thing, and I know you were trying to put Darren a lap down. Is that the kind of get cat and mouse game you guys were playing up in the front there?
I think so, Rudy. His pace picked up a little bit towards the end there. so it encouraged me to go a bit faster. Well,
I noticed that you had dropped off a couple of seconds there after you knew you had it won, and when you started getting closer to Darren, I don't know, I think he was trying to play the safe game there for a while, and boy, then all of a sudden you picked up speed, and but man, what a fantastic finish out there. Tell us about your race and how your car felt out there today.
Yeah, a few problems before the race. My gas pedal was spiking a bit before the race, so didn't enter the race in the best of moods. But and also a bit shocked at the lap times when I practiced early in the week. It was a bit overcast, and the lap times were nearly 4 seconds a lap quicker. So I was a bit shocked at the lap times I was getting. But a bit slippery towards on the final third of the circuit in the twists and turns. But very enjoyable the last stint. We took on less fuel for the last stint, and could have a bit of fun.
Well, nice looking car, by the way. I love to see that Twitch car out there. Now, do you think if we would have had some of these other guys in here that are pretty fast, do you think maybe they might have gave you a little bit of a problem? Because, you know, Darren and Robbie Morrison were hanging on to you like glue for the first part of the race. And, you know, if things would have come out a little different, do you think that you would have had them beat regardless?
I wouldn't like to say that, but I enjoy this track, I really do. It's one of my favourites. So that always gives you a few tenths of a second, but really enjoyable circuit to race at. They, as I say, Darren picked up his pace at the end there, so it was hard to reel him in. So I think we're not too far off, although it looks a lot. Well, not too that far off, really.
Right. All right. Well, great race out there today, Wheel Damage. Congratulations on a well-deserved win. You drove your heart out, and I'll tell you what, you just flawless around that track. I didn't see you make any mistakes. If you did, I didn't see them. So, but great job. And you got anybody you want to say hello to?
I'd like to thank Michelle as always. Is always there putting the hosted sessions up for people to take a look at the league. Yourself always for doing the broadcast, and the chaps on Twitch that keep me entertained. The Rock Dodger is the main culprit there, with a few jokes to keep me going. Thanks a lot for keeping me company.
Well, good race, and I was plugging your Twitch and YouTube channel for you on the broadcast, so hopefully that got you a few more viewers. I didn't have too many on mine, so they must have all been over on yours.
Thanks very much, Rudy. The check's in the post.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, thanks for talking with us, Will Damage. All right, Darren, you got a copy?
Hey, Rudy.
Oh, Darren, man, you drove the wheels off of that thing today, brother.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive at times. I knew coming out, Mark racing him in practices, he's very strong, very comfortable on this track, and for a lot of us, this is quite the white-knuckle drive on this Coda track, and it was still enjoyable, but definitely a challenge. You have to be very much on your mark on this track.
Oh, I believe that, because now after 2 hours and 35 minutes on this track, how do you feel?
Well, you feel a little bit spent. I think it's just your nerves and your concentration has to be there all the time, and it's really good when you have a pace partner. When Robbie and I were racing, I find actually if I'm following someone, I happen to be in front of them, but you definitely get into a rhythm, and when you get off on your own, it makes it really tough to concentrate, and you can find yourself zoning out.
Yeah, I totally understand. Well, great run out there today, Darren. You come home second in your class. You know, I don't know what that's going to do for you in the points. I'm sure Dog's probably going to do a little calculating on that. But you did kind of get off track a couple of times, and I noticed Wheel Damage did too. But as far as incidents, did you have a lot of incidents today?
Yeah, I think I was up around 24. Those corners are really tough. I was playing around with my, not my ABS, but my traction control a little bit, trying to smooth things out, and I ended up cranking it right up because I was just too dangerous. I can't stay at Mark's, pace. He's a very, very good driver on this track, and just my goal was to try to keep the incidents down, but also I wanted to try on to stay on the lead lap with Mark was one of my goals, and he kind of, I think, helped me out at the end there. I really started pushing when I seen him coming up, but kind of had a little gentleman's agreement there at the end, and I just finished my lap to try and get some more corners to keep my corners per incident down.
Right. Good job. Well, good job out there. Very well driven, Darren. I was watching you quite a bit through the race. For some reason, I don't know, iRacing wasn't picking you up, and I don't know why. I wasn't just my IRTVO, because iRacing wouldn't even hardly pick you up. So, but you did come in second in your class, and great job. You want to give a thank you out to anybody, Darren?
Well, I just want to say a hello and to all the fathers out there today on Father's Day, and just to the competitors that I raced against, and congratulations to Mark, and just a thank you to Michelle in the league and you for the broadcast, and it's been a great day here.
Absolutely. All right, Darren, thank you for talking with us. Great job today.
Thanks, Rudy. Cheers.
All right, Jeffrey Belk, you got a copy?
Got a copy.
Jeffrey, how did that Kia run for you? You come home third today overall, top of your class. It looks like you really had a blast out there driving it.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. Had a little bit of electrical issues at the start. Ended up being, I think, a minute and a half behind Michelle and Dario at the start, and come back, lead over, be a lap ahead of Michelle at the end of it. It's a great run.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, because we'll get to talk to Dog here in a minute, but I'll tell you what, he drove the wheels off of his car as well, and I know there was a few times he was, really getting out of the way of the leaders and things like that. A lot of respect shown out there by all of you guys. And but good to see you up there at top of your class today. How's that make you feel?
Very good. Come back to a track that I've never had any experience on before, in a vehicle I've never driven before, and to finish first, that's an amazing feeling.
Oh wow, that is. That's got to be an amazing feeling to come home top of your class, third overall in this race, man. That's amazing. Was it tough to learn? We heard Darren say it takes a lot of concentration. Did it take you a little bit to kind of get to that time when you could focus a little bit better and learn the track?
Yeah, the first 20 or 25 laps was mostly just me getting used to the tendencies of the car and the layout of the track, braking zones, everything like that. It did take a lot of concentration that first 25 laps, and I was able to focus more on driving than where I was at.
Very good. Well, what do you think of the Kia?
Good little car, nimble, very quick compared to some of the other vehicles, that front wheel and lower class vehicles.
Very cool, very cool. Well, great run out there today. Anyhow, Jeffrey, you got anybody you want to say hello to or give a thank you to?
Michelle for putting this on every week. You, Rudy, for broadcasting this each and every week in and out. Want to say Happy Father's Day to my dad. And just everyone for watching. Thank you for watching every week, everyone.
All right, Jeffrey, thank you for talking with us. And great run out there today by you.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right, Doug, you're the last one on the list here. We got to talk to, you come home second in your class today in the Kia. You were talking there, I was talking to you before the race. You said the Kia was really well. You talked to us while you were racing, which is really cool, and give us a rundown of all the way around the track, and it looked pretty cool. Now, after you've driven the car for 2 hours and 35 minutes, what's your ideas on the car? How do you feel about it?
Well, like I was mentioning earlier, I find it's a real pity that this car seems to be so understated. Not very many people seem to run it. It's not very high on the popularity list, but it really is a great, fun little car to drive, at least in my opinion. Like, it's really easy to get around. The big thing, like I was mentioning earlier, is I think it's just the iRacing default setup really messes with it a lot. And if you try using the default setup, like I tried using the default setup on this track the first couple times, and I couldn't even make a clean lap. I think I did 10 or 12 attempts at doing a lap, and I couldn't get a single clean lap in. Whereas now with the setup that I'm using now, which is basically just reversing what iRacing did exact opposite what they had for their fixed setup, and it works beautifully. I really love this car. I wish it had more use in iRacing in general, because it's just a fun little car. Nice, stable, you can push it hard and not really have to worry about spinning. That being said, front wheel drive, it's very difficult to spin cars, because unless you lock up the rear brakes because of your brake bias being off, it's hard to get them to spin just because there's nothing really driving. The back tires are just there for the ride. I did the 5.2 hour race last night, and with the entire 5.2 hours, I left the rear tires on the entire race, never changed them once, and I still had over 85% tread left. So the backs are just there for the ride. However, the front tires, I was running about 30 to 40% tread off every 20 laps. So you definitely front tires every time you stop for fuel, but it's just a different style of driving, and like I said, I really wish this car was ran more often, because it's a really fun car to drive and really easy to get used to.
Very good, very good.
Case in point there, Jeffrey. He bought the track just before coming into this race. His first lap was in this session. Same thing with the car. He hasn't really ran the Kia very much. He came into the session, I shared the setup, so he was running the exact same setup I was running, and like he was saying, he had some electrical issues there at the beginning and ended up having to start from the pits, but he came up and ended up being a lap ahead of me at the end almost. So very, very good performance, and it just shows what good, stable setup on a very decently set up, a very good base of a car can do, especially for somebody who's unfamiliar with the track and surroundings. If you have a twitchy car, let's say the Roughs, they're a very good car, but they have a very specific way of driving them, and you can get them spun around very easy. Whereas this car, it's nice, good. It should realistically be a beginner car, in my opinion, but it has a lot of horsepower, so you do get pretty fast, which is why I can see why it's not a beginner car. It's just a good car combination. Gotta hand it to Jeffrey, though, coming in first in class with never having put any time in this track, and then look at me, I put in over 13-14 hours on this track and car combination, and I still came in behind him. So awesome job by him, awesome job by the rest of the drivers as well. Mark Hewitt, wheel damage there, phenomenal job. He was pretty much a rocket going around. And even Crusher in the Miata, he did an awesome job. When people were coming up on him, he'd get out of the way. Good respect from everybody. Just a great job from everybody.
All right. Anybody else you want to give a wave out to, Dog, before we get out of here?
Most definitely you for doing the broadcasts all the time. It's always great to watch these afterwards. I'm always anxious to watch. I actually almost want to try watching the replays as soon as they come up after I'm done the race, but I kind of want to make sure I get other things done first. So definitely a good thanks to you for doing the broadcasts and sticking with us through the leagues. And even though you started off with us unfamiliar with road courses, mostly doing ovals, you're doing a phenomenal job here, and we definitely appreciate what you do. Also, great thanks to all of the drivers in the league and that show up to the events, especially with today being Father's Day. I wasn't expecting there to be a huge turnout. We did get fewer than our normal average, but for those that did come out, definitely agree. And otherwise, just thanks to the viewers, thanks for the people that watch us, that enjoy watching the races. It all helps.
Sure thing. All right, Doug. Well, we're going to wrap it up then, and thank you to everybody that did hang in there. Congratulations to Wheel Damage for a great win here at the Circuit of the Americas, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers, because I hadn't wished anybody out there. Just a couple of the viewers that were watching, we were typing back and forth wishing each other happy Father's Day, but I'd like to physically announce it. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, and have a great day, and we will see you later on this evening here at MaxSpeedTV for another broadcast. Till then, take care of yourself.
Oh, Rudy, I just wanted to add in for the viewers here. Next week, Rudy and MaxSpeedTV will not be covering our race at Sebring International Night due to some unforeseen circumstances, so I will be making a replay of it, but we will not be having a live broadcast for next week. We will be back again the following week thereafter.
Yes, thank you, Dog. I appreciate that for announcing that, because I actually kind of forgot about it. So.
Yeah, I kind of thought about it last second, so I figured I'd mention it.
Yeah.
It's kind of going to make it a bit easier on you because, like I said, it's Sebring International at night at the club course that we're going to be at, and that's the darker portion of Sebring. So in a way, it kind of works out that you're not going to be able to do the broadcast, because that's going to be a really hard one to call, especially since there's going to be a few cars that don't have headlights, so there's going to be nothing to really see. So I'm still going to make a regular replay and throw that up to my YouTube channel, which you can access the replays in that from our league website, www.dogsofracing.com. Otherwise, there will be something for the viewers to watch, but it won't be the regular broadcast from MaxSpeed.
All right. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for all the viewers that are watching here, and we will see you later on this evening on YouTube.